Hello, this is Moon with Community First. Welcome to our farm school in northwestern Cambodia. This is the place where we introduce family to aquaponics. But today, I want to show you what happens when they receive their initial training. Thanks to the support Rotary clubs and our many donors throughout the world, our students are able to pursue their training from home by helping them build their family size system. Our systems are all standardized in order to make the learning experience a common one across the 16 villages we work in. And today we want to show you how it's done in remote rural Cambodia. There are many components necessary to build a system, but we design them so that they all can be sourced locally. With exception of the tanks and the growing media, all can be sourced at the local markets within 20 miles from the villages. But first, let's meet with the families that will be getting the new system. Mr. Thun lives in the villages of Kok Hieng, a few minutes from our main campus. He and his family has been involved with our projects in the community for almost 10 years. He is the person that cares about the wells we drilled some time ago. And now that clean drinking water is available to his family, it's time to address food security during this unprecedented time. It all starts with finding the right spots. Aquaponic systems are on average 3 times as productive as conventional agriculture techniques. So even a medium size, it can provide a lot of nutrition, but more importantly, it's so important that it can be located very close to the family's house. This is important because during the dry seasons, it is very hard to grow anything. Men and young adults will have to leave their home to find work in the nearby cities, and sometimes even abroad as migrant workers. These leave mothers, their children and old people alone in their homes, which they can't really live for extended period of time. Having the system right next to their home is the big plus. We help families find the best locations as the system needs a lot of sunlight to be successful. The families prepare the area and the weatherlands, and then we are ready to start it. So join us as we just do that. The largest component are the tanks. Because we want to keep affordable, we use recycled IBC totes. These are standardized containers that can be easily found throughout the world. As we do that, we also order concrete tiles and gravel for a nearby river to use as growing medias. We work with local drivers to help us collect all the heavy stuff from the cities. And on our way back, we stop in an area called Bantis Race, home to a unique temple, but also to communities that specialize in the sale of gravel from the rivers. Once everything is loaded into the truck, we return to the villages and drop off all these components and the construction site. Then the first thing we do is prepare the IBCs by cutting them in a certain way. And paint them to make sure that no light touches and water. This is important because too much light can create algae blooms, which is not good for the system. As we do this, we also get started on building the concrete form and the greenhouse for the system. The greenhouse is very important because the sun can be too much for the plants. During the monsoon season, too much rain can also adversely affect the system. So we make sure we have a plastic awning in addition to shade clothes. Rayuk and Mr. Won are in charge of this process. The metal and shade clothes are sold locally, and we order special UV-resistant plastics for the cover. Once this is done, we are able to start the assembly process of the system.
Cái này nó ăn thì đâu thấy đi.
First, we put the system tanks in place, as well as its grow beds. Then we connect the pipes. And prepare what called UC pots. Once the system is fully connected, we also make sure to connect it to a power source. Turn family is fortunate to have an electronical connection, but we also can use solar panels in case family don't have a connection. The system is then loaded with water and the groundwater is then added to the grow beds. It's time to add the fish. We usually use tilapia, but some families also like to add other species that the fish out of the nearby river and lake to farm their right next to their home. It's very important to feed the fish very regularly during these times. The families can now plant the seed of change in their own backyard without having to worry about the depth or the quality of the soil. This is what makes aquaponics so important in the life of villagers. Not only does it produce much needed and nutritious food, regardless of the qualities of the soil, while also conserving water, it's also open up to new economic opportunity for them. We hope you enjoyed this video and we hope that you will be interested in studying an aquaponic system of your own one day. We look forward to showing you other ways of doing just that in future video with system of all sizes and scales. Until then, don't forget to like, share and subscribe and consider supporting our works by making a donation or fundraising with us. The economic fallout of the pandemic has hit Cambodia very hard, and we need your help to empower as many families as possible so that they can weather the storm.